Ladies and gentlemen, dear Toastmasters, dear guests, welcome to Developing a Mission, my last project of the Leadership Excellence series. My objective today is to make all of you better leaders by teaching you the importance of a company's mission. Now you may think that, okay, with this kind of speeches, this guy is going to save me a lot of money in business school. You may be right, indeed, because my next book is going to be called Speeches for Management. So we'll actually learn a lot, and maybe you don't need to take a master's in business administration anymore. But there's one thing I want to clarify before we move any farther about these educational sessions. The speakers, me in this case, don't create the content. We just tweak it. The content comes from high above, from Toastmasters International, and we're not allowed to change them. So if you see boring slides here, it's not my fault, as I was not allowed to remove any of them. With that said, my objective will be, however, to make this boring presentation as entertaining as possible and as inspiring as possible so that at the end of the day, you will actually remember something from it. Now into the topic, mission. To explain what a mission is, I'm going to first provide you a few examples of well-known companies' mission statement. Let's go. Nike's mission statement is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. If you have a body, you are an athlete. What do you think? What feelings is this sentence bringing to you?
Everyone can do it.
And everyone should do it. So for me, it's like a bit of a guilty feeling. Like I have a body, but I'm not doing anything with it. Come on.
Exactly, Sandra. Great point. To me, this is on one side inspiring, right, to bring inspiration, innovation, and on the other side challenging. If you have a body, you are an athlete. Whoa! I just became an athlete. Between the lines, what I read here is, man, you shouldn't be sitting in that chair all day. Get out there and do some sports. So definitely taken out of my comfort zone on this one. Thank you, Nike, for helping me realize that I'm just a lazy fat ass. Anyway, let's see our next example. Who is, Microsoft. Great. The company whose products everyone hates and uses. So let's see how the mission statement looks like. At Microsoft, our mission and values are to help people and businesses throughout the world realize their full potential. Am I the only one who finds this funny? Am I the only one who thinks this is a joke? Okay, all of you are Microsoft users. Can somebody tell me how much you enjoy using Microsoft products?
He stole it from
Just, can you tell me how Microsoft products help you realize your full potential? Of course not. I'm sorry, Microsoft guys, but if this is your mission, there's one thing I need to say. Mission failed.
Blue screen.
After seeing these examples, you should be able to tell me what is a mission. Anyone?
The reason that we are doing something.
Good, good. In order to explain what a mission is, I'm going to follow a building blocks approach. Let me explain graphically. This is you. And this is where you want to get. Very high, isn't it? In this case, we want to understand what is a mission. It takes one hell of a leap to get here, right? Big leap. So, what if we could put a box here and take two smaller jumps instead of just a big one? Wouldn't that be easier?
Still a hard job.
I know. But overall, going step by step is much easier. I can tell you that. Okay, so first we need to learn something else before understanding what a mission is. The good news is, you already learned this. In fact, you learned it 2 weeks ago. Anyone knows what's in this box?
Vision.
Vision,
Good.
objectives.
vision, and more specifically, the purpose of a vision statement. Anybody remembers which was the purpose of a vision statement?
Engage people in your project.
What you want to hear 2 weeks ago. A vision statement sets a path. A vision statement says where you're going. A vision statement says the name of the game. With this, I believe it will be more or less easy to understand that a mission is how your organization accomplishes this vision. A vision says where you're going, and a mission says how you get there. Is it understood now?
But not a good example, no? Microsoft didn't tell anything about it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. That's what distinguishes successful companies. Okay, so now with the boring stuff. Characteristics of a mission statement. A mission statement serves as a foundation upon which your organization operates. A mission statement explains the purpose of your organization and how it daily serves its clients. A mission statement describes its primary product, its competitive advantage, and its long-term success. A mission reflects the level of excellence your organization expects. A mission is neither detailed nor narrow in scope. A mission may determine in what market you operate, how resources will be allocated, and the size of your team. Is this clear? You don't need to lie, I was planning to provide some examples now, okay? Good, so we'll do like the other day, okay? I'm going to put up here the Toastmasters mission statement, and we're going to see if it fits these characteristics. Is our mission statement the foundation upon which our organization is based? Let me read it for you. The mission of a Toastmasters club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. It's a little bit long, I know, but would you say that this is the basis of what we do here? It is, right? I believe that a supportive learning environment is exactly what we find every day we enter that door on Thursday. So, good job on that one. Is this sentence explaining the purpose of our organization? Which is?
Develop oral communication, yeah. This is the
Good,
purpose.
good. I think so, yeah. So, good job on that one. It explains how it daily serves its clients. In this case, its clients would be its members, right? So, I guess that, again, it's supporting them every day, every meeting, by providing this magnificent environment where to test your speaking skills. It describes its primary products and services. What do you think?
Yeah, it talks about communication and leadership skills, both, so.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, these are not the products, but yeah, you can infer what we do here from the mission statement. What about our other examples? Are they stating the products and services they offer?
They suggest it, but they don't mention it.
Actually, if you were an alien and didn't know about this, you wouldn't know what these companies are selling, right? These companies are counting on their impressive brand awareness to make this obvious, which is not so obvious. Imagine that in 5 years from now, Nike is no longer selling sports shoes, sports suits, or sports equipment for that matter. Instead, they are just buying and selling real estate, golf courses, soccer fields. Would they still be fulfilling this mission? Right?
Yeah.
So this is quite generic. Too generic in my opinion, because it's not referring to what you actually are doing. What about Microsoft? What if in 5 years, when Nike is no longer selling sports shoes, Microsoft decides to go into this market and sell sports shoes? Would they be fulfilling his mission of bringing the best out of people? Perhaps. Yeah, maybe even better than with their programs, right?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes.
Okay, so very open, very generic, maybe a little bit too much. As with the vision statement, it is very important when crafting a mission statement to involve team members. Because a team that is involved in the company's strategy from the very beginning, from the basis of it, will be much more engaged to actually fight for it and fulfill it on a day-to-day basis. There are several steps in crafting a mission statement. First of all, brainstorming. Second, take the ideas that came out in the brainstorming and classify them as either values, beliefs, or goals. You also need to write a short note on your ideas describing what the values are. Next step, prioritize. Because before we were conducting a brainstorming, no filter was applied, right? That's the basis of a brainstorming. Now is the time when you need to distinguish between the ideas that really matter to your organization and the fluff and the filler ideas. Next step, take those values, beliefs, and goals that really matter to the organization and put down in writing. Write a first draft of the mission statement. With this sentence, ask yourself the following questions. Does this mission clearly depict what the organization values and believes? Does this mission portray the goals of the organization? Does this mission cause those involved with the organization to positively act? If it doesn't, go back to step 4 and redraft. Finally, communicating the mission is quite similar to communicating the vision of a company. First of all, you need to put it in writing. You cannot communicate a mission statement orally, verbally. Because imagine that we do that. Imagine that I go to Renata and explain, hey, the vision of Toastmasters is to provide a supporting learning environment and blah, 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 blah. You understand perfectly, but next day, when you need to explain to Danny, maybe you don't remember exactly how it was, and you change it a little bit the meaning. And then, when Danny is explaining to Alba, he changed a little bit the meaning. So we enter a telephone game effect, and this becomes like a snowball, and when the mission statement arrives to Ben, and he's explaining it to me again 1 month later, I'm like, what? Did I say that? Probably yes, I don't really recall exactly. So please put it down in words, because that way it will not change. Reduce your plan to writing. The moment you complete this, you will have definitely given concrete form to the intangible desire. Napoleon Hill. When I first read this, I didn't know who Napoleon Hill was, so I did some research. First of all, let me clarify something. Napoleon Hill was not Napoleon Bonaparte. Sounds silly, I know. But when I read the words plan, desire, and Napoleon in the same sentence, I tend to think about the French emperor. Anyway, Napoleon Hill was one of the first and most successful personal success literature writer. What we know nowadays as self-help books. Eventually, Hill became an advisor to President Roosevelt. Okay, other points. It's important to talk about the vision all the time, the mission all the time, and explain how daily tasks support it and help achieve it. It's also very important to explain the benefits of the mission to the company, to the employees, and to the clients, the customers. And finally, last but not least, what is very important is to be authentically enthusiastic about the mission. A mission statement is useless if you don't mean it. And that was it for today. Any questions? No? Everything was clear? Come on.
It's always
Hit me.
What is your mission? You should note it down.
Well, my mission, and I have noted down every time I send us an email is to
Make it
make it
better.
better. Thank you.